10,
9, 8,
7,
6,
3,
2,
1.
0.
What is up, Dash League? It's not Gollum, and behind the wheel is Kastle.
Hey guys,
Say
how's
hi,
it going?
Kastle.
Hello.
Good to have you in. We have a very exciting match today, Fire versus Fake. Two teams that I have been paying some amount of attention to, especially Fire recently. Has been changing their roster around a lot since before the roster lock, adding on some new players like Dazzla and Garbage Man. Some of these, some classic players as well, who have been around last season. Like I believe Garbage Man was. It's good to see them again, and I look forward to seeing them play today. Over on Fake, right now, we have Digit Blob, Taxi, K, 505, some solid players. The past few times I've seen Fake matches, they've been playing really well as a team. They've had some pretty good disruption up. I look forward to seeing how that plays out tonight. What maps do we have today?
Alright, so on the agenda, let's go ahead and get those map animations up. So for total map pools, I put in
There we go. We got today's maps. First thing, Abyss, Waterway, Stadium. It looks like they're starting off with Abyss. That's going to be exciting to see. A lot of Abyss this season. Seems like last season, a lot of the tendency was to play a lot of the maps that teams are more familiar with, namely Canyon and Waterway, but nowadays, with 3 payload maps to choose from, and Abyss being so different from Launchpad and Canyon, a lot of teams have been kind of rotating through what maps they want to do based on their individual abilities and whether or not they think they can catch the other team off guard. I look forward to seeing how that plays out here. We've got the loadout list for this map. I assume this is for Abyss, right? I haven't counted the number of shocks or anything on the map.
Yep, Abyss, Waterway, and now Stadium.
Cool. Very cool. I like all these animations that have been made for the Dash League. It helps it look a lot more professional, and I really like how everything's coming together here. It's very cool to see.
Yeah, Firehorse has done an amazing job on the animations. He's been very gracious to let a lot of the casters use his animations as well. So it's just, I feel like a lot of people have started to use it, and it's just made the whole channel look better. So
yeah, and shout out to Firehorse. Like you said, thank you Firehorse for all these animations and for helping us set these things up. Speaking of which, go ahead and support Dash League, leaving a like, leaving a comment. If you're interested, it really helps spread awareness of the league. I know we say this every time, but we say it every time because it's important. And because we care about this league so much, we'd like to spread the enjoyment, the entertainment of it to as many people as possible. So yeah, go ahead and let's see if anyone has any predictions for how far Fire or Fake is going to make it in this map. Or maybe where a lot of the holds might be. I expect up that hill is going to be very difficult for Fake to have to push if Fire can set up a solid Rocketeer.
absolutely, and we know Garbage Man was the primary Rocketeer last season for Apex, so the guy has a lot of experience under his belt that we might see come to play today. So it'll be interesting to see how Fake can deal with that.
Yeah. Hopefully, what I'm expecting out of Fake is for them to gain some sort of initial momentum and then really try as hard as they can to keep the same push perpetually going for as long as they can up until they finally get stopped and slowed down. If Fire is able to stop the first push or two early on and kind of regain momentum quickly, I think that's going to be detrimental for Fake. But if Fake is able to kind of keep that flow going almost up into the checkpoint or even through it, that's going to be a sure sign that they might dominate against Fire today. Look forward to seeing which result ends up here.
Absolutely. All right, looking at lineups here, we got Garbage Man. We've spoken to him, but Gellert Arthur. So he's actually the guy that gave me access to this mod that we're using right now. So shout out to him. Looking forward to seeing him play today. How do you pronounce the? I've been wondering, is it SP-Su or is it?
I just say Spsu. I just kind of blend it all into one word.
Right, and
Just go for it.
Spsu, fellow HH member. Good to see you here. Moo Cow, and then of course Dazzler, a new player, been killing it lately. So good to see him here today. Line up for fire.
Yeah.
And on fake side, we got Taxi, we got Digit Blob. I'm assuming that's Digit, but could
That's
be.
how I'd say it. Maybe they're just like digging a whole lot.
Yeah,
Digit Blob.
maybe Digging Blob, something like that. We got Dexter XX, and we got Kai and 505. I know Kai and 505 are both previous laser tag players too. So bringing those mechanical skills from laser tag over to Hyperdash. Good to see the transition there.
I don't know a whole lot of the history of the laser tag, and especially how the skills transfer over. Like, is it like a lot of the accuracy and shooting?
Yeah,
It is almost a 1-to-1.
It uses the same pistol, but so a lot of the gun angles are the same, the firing mechanics, the whole like concept of like a VR competitive first-person shooter, but not quite on the like, order of like onwarders. Is that right? The really accurate ones, more like the cartoony type of look. It's definitely not as fast. It's definitely not as fast paced as Hyperdash, so that's probably the single biggest transition. Oh, it looks like.
But that's. Oh no, go ahead.
Looks like Reefer put in a correction here. It's Soupsu.
Soupsu.
Yeah, so we had a invisible
Reefer.
OU. Yeah, Soupsu. All right, we'll make sure to say that correctly next time.
That I'll be practicing.
Yes.
I'm just taking it wrong for way too long at this point.
I'll make a mental check note over that particular one.
A lot of the top individual players and even top teams like Team Name have a lot of players who came from laser tag too, right?
Yeah, yes, and paintball as well. It's just I feel like it has to do with how much experience you have in a headset and being able to kind of get over that initial skills. How would you call it? The skill incline. The
kind of get your like VR sea legs.
Yeah, exactly. So if you are already used to VR, it's like you're coming in with a crash course for Hyperdash already. And if you liked the Rec Room competitive PvPing, then there's a good chance you'll love the Hyperdash PvPing.
Yeah, but Hyperdash by far has been the most fun I've had in any VR game. Almost any video game, honestly, I'd say.
It is incredibly polished. That was literally the first thought I had when first time I played it. Back last year, January 2021, I was like, oh my gosh, this game is so polished. I love it.
Yeah, it just flows well.
Yes. All right.
Speaking of past VR experience, I know that's something that Dazzler is bringing to the table. He's been part of a competitive VR sports in various games in the past also, so that can kind of explain some of their up-and-comingness on Team Fire.
Absolutely.
It seems like
do you know
Fire
what game?
at least is ready. What games?
What game specifically he played?
They played Larcenauts and...
Oh, yeah.
What's the other one?
Honestly, the Iron. That was the one that most of Iron played, wasn't it?
No, I think Iron played, they played Iron
game?
Lights, which
Oh,
is where
yeah.
their name comes from.
Never mind, I got
Which is
that
a
mixed
sword
up.
fighting game. So that is VR sea legs a little bit, maybe some dodging, but really they're more surprising to me in terms of how well they're doing, because they haven't, as far as I know, played as many shooter games as a lot of these other teams have.
Yeah, that's surprising. You would think, yeah, I get like the shooting games, but when you go from a sword game to a gun game, that just I couldn't see how that could translate. But they're in Dasher and killing it.
There are swords in Hyperdash technically. Delve into the files.
Yeah,
They don't do anything.
We'll see him.
But-
We'll see him pop up every now and then.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Shield is gonna make something work in a new update. Looks like we got the caster signaling we're ready. Both teams meeting in the middle. A sure sign that both teams are ready to go. We've got the drones getting thrown around. It's one of my favorite mods.
I went too close. All right, there we go. Escaped the grasp. So this will be an interesting one. I think both teams have gone against similar matchups as well. I was just looking at some scoreboards, but they've both gone against Real, and I think they've both gone against Blood, and they've won. They've both won against them. So
Wow.
this will be a true kind of
Prepare to
testament to
start.
see what happens today. I don't have any great predictions, to be perfectly honest.
As we get later into the season, also, I expect a lot of the MMRs between teams is going to be more accurate, and a lot of the matchups are going to be a lot more even between each other. So as we get later into the season and in later cycles, I think we'll get a lot more exciting matches, and this might be an example of that. Since, as you mentioned, both teams have beaten and lost to very similar teams. Gela Arthur set up in the back with shocks. I wonder if he's gonna
Double
make
kill.
his way forward, hit the cart. Good double kill.
Good start. Triple,
Good
another
snipe
kill
on
oh
cart.
my gosh, Gil Arthur tearing it up. 4 kills. This is going to be a highlight. Can he get a team wipe? One more kill.
You can tell he's very practiced with those shocks. He gets a lot of close range kills without blowing himself up. That's very hard to do. Speaking from experience.
5, and that's a team wipe. 6.
There we go.
Oh my
Another clear
gosh.
on cart. Tearing it up.
Yeah,
Fake
he
is
knows.
gonna have to take this guy out.
It's like he has that invisible shield around him, knowing like, okay, if I could just shoot out of this radius here, I'm good. But they are not.
If I just shoot this wall, I'll be okay. You can tell he's playing. Oh, he was playing precociously until Dexter snuck up behind him. Good flank. That is huge, clearing
Excellent
those shocks
flank.
out.
Yeah, we know Fake are very versatile in the weapons they use, the shotguns, the rockets, the shocks. So we're going to potentially see a ton of weapon variety here.
It's also interesting to see how much emphasis they're putting on this alleyway here. They're really trying to protect this flank, and I assume depending on the long sight lines and even the cart to keep track of this water room.
And that's a good meta. They understand that to get a good movement on cart, you've got to protect your flanks.
It looks like the cart was taken out for a moment though, and still nobody on it. They just got off in order to defend themselves, I assume from Arthur. Or maybe that was Garbage Man.
Lost a few seconds there. They probably need to call out, get some comms out, and get some more cart priority.
Yeah, the cart's down again.
Yeah, no one hopping on. Finally getting someone on cart, but they've lost at this point, I would say, 30 seconds from checkpoint pace.
Yeah, even though they've been killing the disruption, the disruptions worked. You don't have to kill anybody on cart. As long as they're not on it, Red is doing their job.
Kai, you gotta get
Which
cart.
is currently what's happening.
Oh man,
I wonder if Fake just has like a dedicated cart person, but their strategy might revolve around not having extra people jump on, and they really just focus on their roles. That could explain some of this.
that's what it's looking like. But I wonder if there was a little mix-up in who was supposed to stand on cart.
Okay, getting a good flank here. Gets a kill on she who shall not be named, because I can't remember how to pronounce it, unfortunately.
Supsu, Supsu.
Soup
something,
Sue. Soup Sue.
something along that. We could just nickname her Sue.
Sure. Dazzler trying to get a flank on a cart. 1 kill. Doesn't quite clear it though. Cart does get it cleared by his teammates. Arthur trying to get control of that flank room. Fake steadily making their way up this hill. A little behind pace, in my opinion, of what you'd ideally like to be. But they're doing okay. If they can keep a consistent push at
Yeah.
this pace, they might be able to make it through
They're
checkpoint.
still inching it up, so and that's what you got to see. Nice
Yeah.
rocket dodge by Dazzler there to get the kill on the rockets. Digiblob coming around to come support him and getting a double stack on cart here with forward presence. So this is a good push by Fake.
They know the timing of when they have to stack cart versus when they have to people jump up around it. So does Garbage Man. Is that a double kill? Maybe even a triple kill if we missed a first kill earlier. Dexter trying to get something done by himself here, though.
Finally taken out
Dazzler
by
not going to
Dazzler.
let that happen.
So Fire here need to get it set up here to stop this momentum. Get some heavies up, get some forward position. I'd like to see more bodies in that hook room, that flank room.
Yeah, they're
But-
kind of just giving it to them for free.
Honestly, I feel like they're just trying to keep the cart from moving before they can set up. But finally getting some red bodies in that room. Man, Fake has
Dexter's
been
tearing it up with the shotguns.
Oh, absolutely. Fake has just been on an aggressive streak here. Very different from what we saw in the water room earlier. Cart focus with a good mixture of disruption. This is kind of the ideal push you want from a blue team.
Looks like Rockets got taken out. Fire has no explosives at the moment. They're gonna have to go in close combat, prevent movement on the cart by standing on it. Fire regained some of their control here. Looks like they tried to set up with Rockets. Did Arthur survive? Arthur's almost dead. I don't know where he is. I think he's somewhere in the back lines now. Yep, we got Rockets set up somewhere.
Arthur standing behind the checkpoint area, but no one on cart. And that's not a good move. Dazzler's got to get on cart. He's using that corner there kind of clear. And wow, so a minute left, and they are just like feet away from getting this checkpoint here.
Yeah, solid 2-3 pushes, which they can absolutely do with this time remaining, and they can make it under the checkpoint. They just need to keep the consistency up. If Fire can really pull something...
We've got multiple rockets up, but no one on cart. So Fake right now are just inching it without any sort of resistance.
There we go. We made it through checkpoint. Good job, Fake. That disruption
was a really
killer.
good push. A minute remaining left on an Abyss checkpoint.
Yeah,
and
they really brought it back after that water room.
Absolutely.
The water room was not great, and that post-water room was fantastic.
They really got it together. I would love to hear what kind of comms they had to get that going, but man, maybe just needed a second to get their wits together, but really pulled it off.
Yeah, could be. It's like we got Fire taking control of the... or maybe not taking control of the flank room. I expect flank is going to have a lot of battling going on. But Fire really needs to make sure they don't lose focus of the real objective, which is the cart. You can try and prevent flanks through flank room all you want, but if you keep getting distracted as an entire team, then the cart's going to just continue to move as Fake would like it.
He did manage to slow cart down for about 10 seconds here, but otherwise, looks like most of the battle's going on in the jelly room. GG Blob getting a nice pick on, I want to say Garage, or, oh, Gelly Arthur.
I like a lot of this sightline cross coverage between a lot of the Fake members. And the way Digit Blob is moving back, I assume to try and grab that flank dash. Yeah, that looks like exactly what he's doing. He's just trying to hold this position and let the cart push up as needed. He's not trying to overextend. He's trying to stay with his teammates this whole time, clearing Fire members that aren't looking behind their back.
And it's working. They got
another good kill.
Double stack on cart that's completely uncontested right now.
Good kill by Moo.
This is incredibly
Shock's dead.
high level meta coming from Fake here. This forward disruption, flank, and like these mini group up and supporting by your teammates.
Yeah, I really think the sightline support is what's doing wonders for them right now. Fire may or may not be struggling to do the same thing. That could be the difference maker.
Finally got a slowdown towards the beginning of the jelly room, though.
Fire has some control here. Cart currently not moving. Mukau trying to just keep the C room clear. Gets a kill and gets killed. Is there any Fake left? It looks like there's one on the cart. Any rockets? Doesn't look like there's any rockets. Fake got some solid movement there. Now I wonder whether the rest of Fake is grouped up at this point in that time. Yeah, getting some movement on cart. It's one Fake dead.
Multiple.
And two more.
This is just very incredibly impressive by Fake right now. There's very little I would change from the way that they're playing this.
They're playing consistent. They don't get a ton of massive all-in-one go pushes, but they do get a lot of consistent pushes. With just a few people on a time, they die, and someone else follows up. That's honestly one of the best ways to push the cart, in my opinion.
Well, Fire finally getting a hold on this area here. Get some rockets set up, get some sightline set up maybe. But Fake already getting another group up and only moments away from another push.
Blob really playing the defensive covering sightlines player. It looks like a lot of Fake is setting up behind the cart rather than in front of it. Probably relying on Fire disrupting the cart, getting a kill, and then killing everyone who tries to do something with that disruption. And then following up on the cart afterwards.
Which is, in actually a really good choice in this area because you don't want to push into their spawn where you have multiple angles here. When you're in the jelly room, getting behind, you get access to the health pickups and able to kind of watch behind for that stairway flank. That's a pretty good decision. Obviously, strat needs to change once you get past this bridge here, but
Yeah, once you can be seen and shot at from red spawn, the hold becomes a lot easier for Fire, and the push becomes a lot more difficult for Fake. It has to be a lot more controlled, like K is showing right now. Really trying not to overextend, trying to draw attention any direction away from the cart. Seems like Fire is still struggling to get a full clear on Fake, and then have the time to set up afterwards. Dazzler pushing forward, trying to make some space for the rest of his teammates. Heading to flank, maybe get one kill? Not quite.
don't think he was expecting multiple people on that flank there. But it's a good choice on Fake's part. Yeah, Faker doing a really good job of getting behind into the side, which is something you just don't see a lot of teams do right now in Abyss. But it is super effective. They've got multiple people flooding in from the sides. Fire not really. Oh, Kite taking.
Oh no.
Oh, I hate to see it.
That was a good headshot and overall double kill by K though. That was a great flank. He timed his push well with the rest of his teammates. Their comms must be on fire right now.
For sure. But Fire's still doing a decent job of holding this area. They got the heavies up, and they've got multiple people spread out. I would like to start seeing some Fire on cart maybe at some point, but
yeah, or at least ready to jump on it.
yes, yeah, oh, absolutely. And I think the priority right now though for them is just clearing the area with how aggressive Fake is being. But Garbage
Good
Man
clear
winning,
on cart.
yeah, Garbage Man winning that little encounter there. And winning another encounter, stopping cart with the backup of his teammates there. So good.
That's important.
Good showing by him. I wonder, has Garbage Man ever even played this map? This is
I don't know. Maybe not in a league match at least.
Yeah.
Maybe in pubs. I'm unsure. Dexter getting those classic shotguns set up there. Gets a good kill. Cart still moving. We're at 20 seconds left. I think Fake has one more push after this one. Unless they can bring it all the way to the end just with this. They're only 7% away, which is a huge distance, but if you're able to keep the momentum, not actually as huge as it may seem. Fire really trying to stack people on the cart, prevent any sort of micro pushes that Fake could try and set up here. Are they going to get overtime?
they do.
They do get overtime. Do they get a second? They do! And they get a clear. They're pushing cart right now. Fire needs to stop this.
Do you see this
Where's the
trickle
main
though?
rail?
This overtime trickle was just perfect, just one at a time. And they had the heavies, but unfortunately the heavies weren't able to get a good shot on cart. But man,
Yeah.
seeing a ton of coordination from Fake. They pushing it to 95 on Abyss. That's not something you see often.
Huge. Alright, Fire is really going to have to bring it together. If their water room push initially can be better than Fake's was, and they can keep that consistency up, I think they have a solid chance of making it to 95, but that's still a tall order. 95 is far on this map in particular, if both teams are even.
I can't remember the last time we were able to get a 95 on Abyss
Right.
this season. I don't know if we played, actually. I don't know if we played. But typically
Fire.
between even teams, you'd see a stop more along the lines of 85 to 90.
Yeah.
Getting into those early 90s is a really impressive feat to begin with.
Fake really set up in this health room, however cart is moving. Doesn't look like the shocks were able to take anyone out directly on the cart, and Fire is aware of that. They double stacked for just a brief moment. They're trying to just keep control, not let Fake approach the cart at all. Looks like everyone on Fire has set positions, and they're double stacking. Oh, well they were. Till Garbage Man heard some sort of call out. Looks like Dazzler took care of it though.
Just like Fake, they've got a deep defense set on that flank there. Nice kill on the tunnel. Putting his back to the tunnel there for a second kind of scared me, but fortunately he got lucky.
Yeah. There we go. Dexter with the shotguns, as always, gets a second one. That's a mistake for Fire. Okay, there we go. Gets the kill. Fire moving through this zone 1, not getting stopped once. If you remember, Fire did stop the cart a few times in this early zone.
Whereas right
They're
now,
moving through water room.
Fire just cruising.
Good headshot on the rockets there, Arthur. Damn. Someone's moving through the tube behind Arthur and on the rail above it. Good kill on Cart. Can Fire follow up? Looks like they have someone disrupting into their spawn. That was Dazzla. Gets taken out. Cart's moving. Garbage Man set up in the flank here. Grabs some health, trying to flank in front of Cart, really draw attention away. Looks like so far it's working. Cart's moving. So far, Fire's time has been much better than Fake's. They've been good about following up on the Cart when it gets taken out, and also trying to take care of rockets as soon as possible.
Really good,
trying to get
really good
done.
showing by Fire here. Making it to the 4-minute mark at the curve. They are on checkpoint pace.
So it looks like they just got fully wiped.
As I was
Fake has a
speaking.
chance to set up.
And I believe now Fake has rockets set up as well, so Fire's got to do a little group up here. Look up Garbage Man, showing some patience here. Trigger
Almost
control.
got those rockets, but the rockets were slippery. They got away.
And
Good
manages to
clear.
survive. Good on
I'm
Garbage Man.
surprised.
Right? Yeah, he's so low.
Garbage Man's still here.
Finally
No
taken out
triple
by
kill for him.
Digiplob. But man, really extended his lifetime with just this micro movements.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the rockets are bouncing between long range and some very close range aggression. Where are those rockets? They're not hitting the... There we go. They were in the flank room for some reason. Alright, they've got another Rocketeer set up somewhere.
Ooh.
There we go.
Taxi's got that curve down to a T. Notice how it's like they got this horizontal path before just curving around to smack Cart.
Oh, they've got two Rocketeers
multiple
up.
rockets. Oh my
Uh-oh.
gosh. That
This could be
alone
rough Fire.
for a blue side would be so daunting. And they're
Fire's
landing in our
really gonna
Cart
have to
too.
take these out. They want to get any significant movement on the Cart. The Fake isn't going to get 3 rockets, are they?
I have no idea.
There's no way. I thought I just saw someone take rockets, but maybe not.
Where is-
Taxi really trying to get that health. Looks like he got taken out, though. That's 1 Rocketeer down. Fake only has 1 more Rocketeer left, unless Taxi is able to set up. Fire got some movement on the Cart. Playing a little precociously, though, until those rockets are dead. That's why they have to really focus on taking them out. I have not seen a whole lot of Fire players near this Cart. I wonder what's going on.
It looks like they tried to do a group up and push past to get those rockets, but they were only able to take one out, so the entire group up got smashed.
Yeah, their timing was a little bit rough. They kind of went in one after another. Fire really needs to push all at once. That's something that Fake was very good at on Red Team, and why they made up so much good time on this ramp here.
I don't think Fake really, they didn't even need to do much grouping up to begin with. They had like this constant flow of aggression, and that's kind of what you see with the blue team. You have to decide what's right for your team, whether you need to plan those group ups or whether you need to just, if you can get your roots down right and get that constant aggression, sometimes you don't even need a group up.
Did the rockets get taken out? I think the rockets just died. Is that them right there, Kay? Yeah, seems like it. I don't see any rockets hitting the Cart.
But their pistol skills are just holding it.
Yeah, they've been
Cart's
getting a lot
barely
of
moving.
headshots.
With a minute remaining, they've got 4% still left to push in a really difficult area.
This is going to be
So-
a tall order ask for Fire to make it through checkpoint at this rate.
It looks like
Especially
they're
when
doing,
Fake his rockets up once again.
they're doing some trickling as well, which won't work against this rocket defense.
This is tough. 43 seconds left. 28%. What is the checkpoint at? 32? 34?
I think it's 30. I wanted to say 33%.
Something like that. They're about 5% away, let's say, and they've only got 30 seconds left. Fire really needs to pull something together, get a whole team wipe, move on all at once. This trickling is not working out for them.
And it looks like they are still trickling. I'm wondering what is going on with their comms right now.
Maybe they're having difficulty grouping. Maybe Fake is doing a very good job of disrupting. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Fake is still set up around the card. Only 3 seconds left.
Double kill for
They get
Taxi.
an overtime? No.
to
Good
finish.
timing by Taxi.
Man, that was an incredible
go.
hold.
Yeah, good hold by Fake. Especially after how Waterroom went in Fire's favor there.
So great push and a great defense by Fake. They easily take this. So good job.
Go ahead and see the scoreboard up there.
Oh my
We've got
gosh.
a Digit Blob top scoring by a lot overall.
3,000 and top killing as well, 68 to 35. Insane
It's,
showing.
Almost a 2 KD there.
Wow.
Very well done. Followed behind him then is K at 5,700, Dexter 5,200, 505 4,700, Taxi 4,300. Well done by Fake.
And on Fire
Look
side, we
forward to
saw
seeing how,
a pretty good
No, go ahead.
kill distribution for Fire as well. I believe it was like in the high 40s, low 50s or something like that for like all three of their top players. So it's a good, yeah, a good skill distribution there.
Wondering how Fire's going to try and pull it back through this domination. What was the next map? Was it Waterway or was it Quarry?
It is Waterway.
There we go. That's going to be a very fast-paced map, and the opening is going to be very important. I expect, based on how that last map went, that Fake's opening is going to be a tough wave for Fire to try and break. But if they can get through it and get a solid hold, they might get a quick score if Fire has something sneaky up their sleeve.
And Fire really needed that Waterway, that payload win. That's typically where they shine with their heavies and their versatility there. Fake have a very good Waterway meta there. Digiblob is one of one of the best pistol snipers in his tier right now. Killing it on Waterway. And you got Kai and 505, Dexter and Taxi. Yeah, they did, I believe, the same team that they went up against, which was, let's take a look, I think it was Real. Yeah, so they both went up against Real. Fake managed to get a 3-0 against Real in only 8 minutes, whereas Fire, when they did that Waterway, they went the full time and only got 2-1 on that Waterway.
Oh boy.
So.
All right, this is looking like a tough match for Fire. Fire really needs this. They need to bring it to control point if they're going to win this overall.
I just realized something. Fire did not have Noble, who is arguably their best player, which is surprising. They didn't have him in for their launch pad.
They could be trying to practice just with a different roster of players and also maybe get everyone play time. I noticed Fake is keeping the same 5 players for the previous map in this one, whereas Fire has gotten a 2-player rotation for this map.
It is interesting, though, just because I don't believe I've ever seen a... Or no, I take that back. Noble didn't play against Bandit, but typically they run with Noble more often than not.
Yeah, that is unusual. You're right.
Yeah. Especially in a match this close, like in terms of skill. Maybe there just was an availability thing, or maybe, like you said, they just were trying out different lineups here. We still have 2 more cycles after this to go, so it's not yet up to the wire.
Right. Looks like at this point in the match, both teams are just going ahead and discussing with each other their strategies, making sure to review before they meet back in the middle. I expect a classic Dazzler speech in this one, which we've seen a few times in some of the different league matches when we're in the meeting room with Fire. 505 also gesturing a whole lot. That's something that I really appreciate about the VR aspect of this is how much personality you can get out of people just because it tracks your movement. It makes the whole thing feel a lot more real and kind of tied to like the real sports aspect. That's not something that you can do mid-game or in between lobbies and see like with a lot of other computer esports.
Yeah, when you're tied down to like emojis or even describing the way you're feeling, but with VR,
Right.
you've got everything. You got the hand gestures, the high fives, the fist bumps, even the little head nods and shakes that just add so much character to this game. Guess we'll see what kind of yeah, same thing. and to fit the stereotype a little bit, I know. Hold on. Oh, can't pop it up. I know Fake are the Italian team, so for them this is a whole communication site that they might not have been able to get otherwise.
Looks like Fire might be just about ready at this point. They're just making some last talking points, warming up their shots. I'm sure Noble in the background of this has been warming up in pubs and such. It looks like Fake also lost a player. Hopefully they're going to get that 5th back before the match has to start, since we are technically on a time limit.
Noble doing the controller stock there. Yeah, we haven't seen that used too much this season. I know I was using it a little bit last season. Reco stopped using it halfway through the season. But I would suspect people that, you know, with stocks getting potentially removed next season, people would move more to a, if they are really dependent on that stock use, they move to a controller stock instead. Just getting those controllers pushed together in the right order. Yet still haven't seen that too much.
Looks like Fake also got their 5th back. I'm glad to see it.
And just lost.
Oh, and they're gone.
Spoke too soon.
I wonder if they're crashing, or maybe they're just getting some last headset changes figured out.
Noble practicing a new gun angle here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he can snipe me across the map with that in a pub later on.
Yeah. And he's still managing to hit the target almost
He
every
is.
single time. Oh, switching it up a little.
Going gangster style for a minute. Sitting down and upside down guns.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
They'll never expect from below.
Mm-hmm. Bounce shots off the ground into your face.
Alright, I think they're gearing up and getting ready to go. Give them
Yeah,
the
seems like it.
signal.
Got confirmation from the caster. Let's do this.
No, I should not have gone. I should not have approached.
Gotta stay out of range.
Oh man.
Also get you.
I don't even know. Oh, there it goes. Space. Escape. Get. Oh man.
You get grabbed?
I'm out. I'm safe.
Okay, good job. You made it out.
Stop drone abuse. Looks like they're all there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, a lot of aggressive pointing going on towards the drone. There we go. Let's get it started.
Okay.
Fire versus Fake, Waterway. Let's see how this opener goes.
1, go. First,
Got Taxi setting up with shocks and the bottom dash. Looks like they're going for a slower rollout, at least for Taxi. If he's trying to make use of Fire's bottom dash. There we go. Looks like he's got the timing for it. Setting up on Fire's base. Grabs it before Fire even gets there. Where is Fire? They got B. They don't have their own base. There's 2 Fake players in there right now. Just grabbing the health, grabbing all the different pickups that Fire could be using right now. Fire still only has control of B. Where are they? Is Fire just on B? There we go. Gets control of Fake's base also. Doesn't have their own base though. Taxi has been tearing it up along with his teammate who I think has died at this point.
red team countered.
Countdown by Fake.
Getting a countdown by Fake. It gets taken out by Arthur. No more Taxi in the base. Fire now has control of their own point and of B. Just needs Fake's base. How are they going to be moving forward from here? Fake trying to get a kill off Gela. Arthur moving down the top rail. Kai does get it.
Blue takes B.
Goes down to mid B for some health. Fire currently has control of C and B. Needs A. Fake's base. Fake grabs B just as K starts to move into Fire's base. K gets taken out by Gela Arthur, setting up in a pistol sniper position, trying to prevent any sort of aggressive push towards Fire's base. Fire playing this very methodically, not quite as aggressively as Fake is, and for better or for worse, they're keeping control of their own point, at the very least, but not really getting any movement towards Fake's base.
Blue team score. Counter.
Oh, getting a countdown. Oh, only briefly got a countdown there. Fake got control of B and then their own point once again. Fire's control of the middle. Dexter set up with the shotguns.
Countered.
Not able to clear mid B. Noble tearing it up. Fire only has control of B. What can Noble do with Fake's base? Grabs their button. Gets out of there with the skin of his teeth. By the skin of his teeth. Gets a kill on K? No! Was reloading that whole time. Oh, that was poorly timed.
Finally see some Fake players push it up. Getting their own counter attack here with a countdown.
Red team score.
Or are they able to finish this though? No. They gotta get people off of B to get into their base.
I think that's something both teams need to work on a little bit. Is they both have one, maybe two pistol snipers, which is great for kind of recovering and getting back some momentum that you may have lost if your base is being disrupted. But that's not good for securing a point. You need as many players in the enemy base as you can, and you need to be able to hold B meanwhile so that the enemy can't sneak past you and just get a cheeky counter, like both teams have been doing this whole time.
Countdown.
And that's just not what we're seeing. We're not seeing the pistol snipers push up quite as soon or as far as they should.
No, the moment you see people leaving B, people in base, you should be moving out. Kind of this rolling dynamic here so that you just anticipate your own players getting taken out and you able to kind of fill that gap immediately. But
Fake's kind of depending on Taxi at this point to just tear things up.
all
in
on his
Fire's
own, and
base.
he's doing it. Oh, taking him by Noble. If anyone's
Taken
gonna take him out,
Oh,
it'll be
good
Noble.
counter by Noble. That was close.
Another
dash by
countdown,
Noble gets taken out by Dexter.
and they lose B.
And Dexter's in their base now. What's he gonna do? Oh, does he get taken out by Dazzler? Taxi's back
Red team
with the double shocks. Bouncing all over the place. No health for him though. He's stuck in basement now.
It's probably a wise
Fire-
decision with his shocks to
Yeah.
get out of there, despite the countdown. Did not have the team
Fire's-
support.
Really getting distracted and disrupted by this aggression from Fake and from Taxi specifically. They have not been able to move out of their base very much. This entire time, basically, Fake has had control of their own base and of B. And have just needed to be taken Fire's base. Fire now getting some momentum. Has their own base and B. Are they able to keep it though?
countered.
Gala Arthur, good hold on the button. Ah,
Noble taking it.
good follow up by Noble. But got taken out by Taxi. No shocks in Fire's base though, that is good. Countdown by Fire.
Blue team score.
Not able to secure it. Another countdown. Only two Fake players
And
left.
that'll be
Can
it.
they hold it?
Wins
They
this
take the
round.
point.
Nice. First score, 5 minutes in.
I didn't even have eyes on that, but they had good aggression here. And finally that hold that we were looking for on B.
Go.
See Noble going for a fast opener, securing the bottom rail.
Elimination.
Charging up
See
his
if he-
dashes, getting ready to push. Neither team right now having their own base yet, though.
Both teams just going for max aggression.
Red countered.
Looks like Fake was the first to get all 3 points before Fire got basically anything.
Team countered.
Fire now has their own base once again, and we're back into the back and forth sort of scenario that we were used to from the last point. Fake has control of all 3 points. Fire only has 3 players up. Barely gets a counter. Fake still is counting down.
Kai, you gotta get low.
Barely a counter. Fire has 4 players up, and Fake is counting down. There we go. Fire gets their own point. That was close. My goodness.
That minimal effort button hold, I'm still reeling from that. Nonchalantly holding with one hand while standing up tall.
Expecting that to do something for him. Dazzler now in Fake's base. Trying to get something. Gets control of Fake's base. Might distract him for a bit. Wasn't bouncing around quite enough to save his life though. Good headshot by 505. Trying to take control of B. Snake
movement
his way
there.
to the button. Gets
Taken
taken out by
though.
Gadget Man.
Yeah.
Red takes the
Looks like Fire had the advantage, maybe even has the advantage. They have their own point and B, and they're pushing into Fake's base. Fake trying to counteract that. Not quite able to push into Fire's base. We'll see if Dexter can get anything done in Fire's basement with these shotguns. Gets one kill. Gets the dash. Gets taken out. Taxi is back with the shocks, though, in Fire's base. Oh, good kill by Noble. Just don't let him set up with anything, and your base might be okay.
Fake
I think
playing
that might be some of the focus.
a little bit defensively right now, trying to get that aggressive pace back that they had earlier.
Blue takes B. Blue
Yeah, we noticed last time that when Fire was aggressive, that's when they scored their point.
And Noble tearing it up. Kai finally taking him down.
takes A.
Okay.
Yeah, Noble's had such a presence during these first few minutes here.
He really is. Him and Gele Arthur are both in the 20s for kills right now. And both playing aggressively too, pushing into the enemy base, grabbing buttons.
Just looking at scores right now, Kai leading the way with 1915 and a high score of 6,200. Gale Arthur, both top killing and top scoring, so great showing by him. Closely followed by Noble.
It's like K right now is tearing it up in Fire's base.
Nice tag on B.
Not with shocks though.
Rocking those banana skins. Respect, respect.
My favorite guns.
Love those banana skins. Is this countdown? Oh, countered on B. Though it looks like Dazzler would have finished Kai off there despite that counter.
Shooting at the corpse of whoever tried to jump up just now. And there we go.
Shocks coming
Moving
along
down
the
the
bottom
bottom
rail. Yeah.
That must be Taxi. It seems like it's always Taxi. It seems like Taxi is still alive, maybe in Fire's base? Or maybe not, otherwise they would have gotten a counter on there and not on B. Fire's control of all three buttons.
Countdown.
I like
Is
this.
this another
Gadget Man
one?
moving forward.
And it is. This is
Second point.
not what I would have anticipated. Fire
Me
going
neither.
2-0 early on a waterway where Fake has historically done better in the past.
Match point.
This is great. Fire only needs one more point to win. Fake currently at 0. Looks like Fire is grabbing their own point this time, not leaving it open like they have in the past.
Fixing their mistakes on the fly.
It looks like there are
Countdown
two
by
Fake
Fake.
players.
Counter at B by Garbage Man.
Phew, got my heart pumping. It looks like Taxi, who had the shocks, got taken out. Fire has now cleared their own base. But two more Fake players, one more Fake player. Now moving into Fire's base. Taxi using this space and this time to set up with the shocks. Recharge some dash, make his way into Fire's base. I think Fire, really at this point, one of the big difference makers is that they've gotten used to these Taxi shocks and how to take them out. And so he's just not able to set up in Fire's base.
And it's important to try to be versatile. If your shocks aren't working, you gotta have another plan here. But
Gotta
still
always
trying
have a
to,
plan B.
yeah, still trying to roll with those shocks. Maybe you'll get some route changes. And
Blue team.
Looks like Fire has all three buttons. Has lost control of their own base. They have what, 3 Fire players in Fake
another
space?
countdown.
Now only
Dexter
1.
saving the day.
Good job, Dexter. Fire is their own base and B, and someone disrupting in Fake space. I assume that's Noble, or maybe Gela Arthur somewhere in there.
Red takes B.
Fire continuing to push forward, trying to get control of B. Looks like there's a Fake player in Fire's base.
Blue takes A.
Those Fake players, they keep sneaking through Fire's defense and really disrupting this. Oh, looks like Fake has a countdown. Fire counters. There's just so many Fire players in Fake's base. And nobody in Fire's base except for that one Fake player.
You're really
Fire
going.
has to get control of their own base if they want to do anything.
Blue team scores.
There's another countdown. Will this finish it off? No, countered
No.
on both their base and the enemy.
Blue team scores.
Another countdown.
Counter.
Gil Arthur giving it up to go get health. He was alone, so a wise choice.
Understandable.
Yeah, waiting for his own teammates.
Is he gonna grab that bottom dash? Yep. Pushing up, stranding someone from Fake in the basement, grabs the button.
And he's coming back to kill
Fire
it.
still needs B.
Another countdown. Will this be it?
Countered.
Tearing
No,
it up,
counter
great
at B.
kill. Fake has B still.
Team scores.
Oh man. Fake just barely holding on, grabbing all the points that they need. Fire going as aggressive as possible. Are they gonna get this third point?
And that's it. A team wipe.
Nice.
Fire takes it in about 16 minutes. So, wow.
What a turnaround.
That was a really impressive waterway by Fire. Wow.
Now we're going to be going to control point, third map.
Fire not impressed with her performance on payload, deciding to completely turn it around on the domination.
Oh, let's go ahead and see those scores.
Oh yeah. All right. Top scoring, top killing digit block for Fake and Arthur absolutely crushing it. 41
41 and 19.
And top scoring. Just closely letting kills by Noble, but man, Arthur, what a showing.
Tearing it up. I guess that internship with Triangle Factory is really helping him out here.
Right.
He's downloading into the Matrix at this point. He's starting to understand the game at a programmer level.
Yeah. Really getting one with the code, you know.
Looks like Fire is switching out Dazzla for one of their other players for this last control point, Fake, as they have for the... Oh, no! Switching out one player, but otherwise keeping the same team lineup as they have for the past two maps.
Looks like the minimap was a little small. Yeah, I'm using Arthur's mod to get the map up, so I don't have my own custom maps. I'm looking to eventually get my own custom map, but I gotta work with Willow to get them in. But yeah, I can make the map a little bigger because it looks like Fathead made a comment there. So
Yeah, it can be kind of hard to see unless you have a giant monitor or something.
yeah, does not everyone have a giant monitor? Are you guys watching on your phone?
Yeah, sorry if you're watching this on your phone.
Why would you watch
don't get to
this
see
on your
anything.
phone? This is too epic for just a little phone POV.
I know in some of the past matches that I've been commentating, people have listened as like a podcast at work since they have to pretend to do work, but they want to listen to Hyperdash. And that's kind of, I've noticed, influenced the way that I commentate things to an extent. I try to really describe exactly what's going on. But unfortunately for those people, they don't get this pro minimap view in the bottom left. They'll have to review that footage later if they want to see it. Fire still doesn't have their fifth player in. Fake does have all five, though. Do you have any expectations for how this control point's going to go? Or what some of the trends might be here? I expect a lot of aggression from both teams based on that waterway. I'm just unsure which direction it's going to go. I don't know who's going to win this.
Honestly, it's so hard to make a prediction on Stadium just with like how little people play it, and I don't know if I've played either of these teams very consistently on Stadium. But
yeah,
Stadium, just a rough trend with the button pushing and the 1v1 mechanics. Typically, the Stadium could go to the player the team that dominates on the waterway. That would be as opposed to say the payload. So, if
coordination's important, but getting those kills when it's relevant and then just hitting the button even more important, I would say.
So, yeah, this could be slightly on the advantage of Fire, just what they're showing from the waterway. But I mean, Fake still, have a bunch of killers, a lot of objective focus. It'll be interesting to say the least.
We'll see when we see.
Yeah.
Fire got that fifth player back in. It's Sue? Something like that.
Sue.
I need to just get it written out phonetically for me in those weird like
spelled out
Latin scripts.
Yeah, we'll get a pronunciation in at least 5 different accents or languages.
Maybe that's a new addition. Another thing Style Dev has to keep track of is like dictionary style pronunciation for a
We
name.
expect upon further registering that everyone submit a clip with your voice that shows your correct pronunciation.
Yeah, and then we can hear everybody too.
Exactly. Associate your name with your voice and go from there. That'll be mandatory next season. I'll make a move, request it from the board.
Perfect. Looks like Fire at this point has discussed their strats, maybe got some sort of inspirational speech in there. Fake still getting a few of their ducks in a row. Looks like they're wrapping up at this point, though, maybe just giving some last talking points to individual players before they get going.
Crusader saying Spoosu.
Spusu.
Supsu.
Well, that's two different
Spusu,
pronunciations at this
Supsu.
point.
It's yeah. I don't think I'm gonna leave this match with any sort of a clear idea of how to say her name.
I guess she'll have to clear it up herself later on. Hopefully she'll leave a comment on the video, or maybe I'll just have to correct myself in the next cast. Looks like Gela Arthur getting a bit of a haka dance in here. Gesturing over towards the triangle in the middle. Saying he wants Fake to be ready now. He's rearing to go after that waterway.
Oh, apparently multiple comments on USPS, who I'm assuming is Supsu.
Yes.
On her button and control point skills. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay. We'll
this
be
could
looking out for that.
Could be a good move by Fire here.
That's one trend I've noticed sometimes with teams. A lot of the times the teams just have like a button holder who's like slightly better than the rest, but for the most part they all just are interchangeable. And the other strat is for a team to have one person who is by far the best at pressing the button, and then everyone else is secondary on button relative to that. That's the other trend that I've noticed. And that could be exactly what Fire's strategy is going to be here, is get Supsu, Supsu, Supa Supo on the button, and then follow up if she goes down, but otherwise just focus on clearing the way.
That could be a good one that could win it. If they're consistent. Hold down those flanks somewhat.
505 getting aggressive with this drone here. Relax, man.
Watch it from main.
Taking it for a walk.
Looks like they're about to go. Thumbs up. Oh yeah, Supsu. That's USPS backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that took me a while to figure out.
Yeah. She really likes her postage. All right, here we go. Let's get started.
She's gonna deliver some losses to the enemy team.
3, 2,
If I can increase this.
Nice minimap resizing here, and we're going.
red team.
Here's the rollout. We got one Fake in their own attic, trying to take a high sight line, but Fire takes early control of the button. They've got about a consistent lead here. Fake only's got 2 total seconds on the button. 505 just now going for it, but Fire quickly following up.
Control point.
Fire's been very good about following up and hitting the button when necessary. Fake now has total control.
Red team.
That just turned around very quickly. And now the times are about even. Fake taking the lead here. Fire's struggling to get some sort of setup around button.
The control point.
Now they've got a consistent hold. This is a lot of the back and forth that we expect out of control point.
Red team has captured the control.
Gadget Man was trying to go for that button, didn't have the dash, has the dash now. Slowly walking up, gets taken out, walking like a bot. Oh no! Looks like Fake had control. Gela Arthur got a good counter hold on the button. Didn't let Fake hit it. Because when you hit that button, you get a dash. But if someone holds it when you jump down and you dash away, you're now stuck. It's just a very difficult maneuver to do on purpose. You have to have a lot of practice with your dash timing, which Gela Arthur obviously does.
Blue team.
Fire getting a lead here, finally breaking away from that that even score we've been seeing. 20 point nearly in the lead right now. Getting a good hold on the flank. A lot of button pushes. Losing button though.
Kill by Digit Blob.
So those flankers have got to get back to button.
Has captured the control point.
See, Fake, to an extent, is focusing on these team fights, and these team fights are staying pretty even, but Fire has been much better at in between the fights, also getting control of the button and trying to hold it mid-fight, which is obviously the most important part of this map. Fake not quite as good at that split focus. Supsu set up on the button there. Tries to get a hit, gets taken out by rockets. Who's got the rockets? Someone on Fake, I think. I think they got taken out though. Fire still has control of the button. They've got about a 40-point lead at this point.
Increasing
83 to 44.
deficit here. Not looking good early on for Fake.
No, if this trend continues, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be very difficult for Fake to follow up. They have to pull something together. Really get that coordination in line. Who's got the rockets? Who's rocketing this button?
Is that Kai? I can go look.
It must be. The rocket timing is just a little bit off. If they shoot just a little bit later, I think they'd actually be getting a lot of consistent hits. So you know that Fire is going to be jumping at that button, especially when they're at a 50, 60 point lead at this point. They've been showing they're very consistent at following up there. Dexter getting a good flank on some of the Fire players. Garbage Man gets a kill on him, holding down that right rail in Fake's base. Not letting them roll out to the side. Goes to clear Fake's attic.
Oh, nice
Gets
flank.
one kill. Gets killed.
Blue team has captured the control point.
Still got 2, 3 Fire players set up around the point.
Yeah, one thing I'm not seeing enough of is the moment you press the button, you immediately need to jump off of it.
Has captured
I see people pushing the button, staying on the button a little bit too long, and then getting taken out.
Either immediately jump off of it or stand there and like
And start moving.
spin around it
Yeah,
and hold it.
or start moving, yeah. Which,
Since Fire has also been very good at bouncing onto the button and jumping away. And there's some ways to take advantage of that. One of those is holding, which is tricky because everyone's shooting at you, but you know, sometimes it's just what you gotta do. It's like Fire continuing to gain that lead steadily but surely. They're about 80 ahead at this point. Fake only occasionally getting control of the button. 77 to 154. Fire in the lead. K making his way down. Good timing on a group push there. Good hit on the button by K. Fire still occasionally getting some of that button time. You can see Gela Arthur knows the button is the important objective. Mid-fight, he just stopped shooting. He went for that button. Got some control. Distracted a lot of the Fake players.
we got rockets up again. I don't know who's doing those rockets. Is it Taxi?
It's probably Taxi.
It is Taxi. Okay.
There we go. Set up with the rockets.
All right,
Fake
let's
has
see.
control of button.
Let's see those scores real quick.
Got
Taxi.
Taxi top scoring on Fake.
Yeah.
5,000. Top scoring overall by a lot. Definitely a button person. 5 and 16, but with 5,700 points. 6,000 points. Man.
Noble killing it though, 25-15.
Yeah. Clearing a lot of space around that button, which Fire absolutely needs to keep this 70-point lead. Fake currently has control. It seems like they're starting to adapt a little bit. I just hope it's not too little too late.
They're trying to go on for this long SMG.
He's getting some kills.
He
He's also
is.
pulling attention away from the button, which is another important aspect.
Showing just how accurate these SMGs can be at a distance. I can never control them enough, but he's doing it.
Right.
Goodness.
Getting a lot of damage spread onto the various Fake
Oh,
players
double,
trying to set up their
triple kill.
3 kills.
What on earth?
My goodness, a team wipe almost
That
by
was
one
incredible.
man. There's just one Fake player around the button. Looks like the rest of them are starting to follow up. Is Noble going to get taken out over on that right flank? No, he will take someone else out. And it's still there. Gets the health. Fire's disrupting Fake's base, not letting them approach the button. Fake briefly had control, but there's still 2 Fire players left around the button. Now they're disrupting Fake's attic, Fake's right side, Fake's left side.
They're everywhere.
And Fake is still somehow managing to occasionally make their way to the button and get a few seconds of control. Not enough to make a huge difference, but
Fire managed to hold down those flanks though. Jeez.
Fire's been very aggressive, taking a lot of space, making sure that Fake can even consider the button as an objective until they've killed as many people as possible.
So Fire have broken that 100-point margin now, approaching 70 points remaining for them, and they have such a huge lead, 80 points over Fake. This is looking bleak for Fake right now. All Fire has to do is just
have to be a
yeah, Fire just has to do what they've been doing the entire time, and they've got this in the bag. Whereas
Yeah.
Fake, they've got to try something else, and they got to do it quick.
So far, this has been a decent hold by Fake. They've been playing very close to the button. They've been popping out when they feel like someone's respawning. Noble changing up his rollout a little bit. Killed one, got taken out. Fake has been
Slowly
on
decreasing that
a
deficit.
yeah, they've been on a tear recently. Fire should be worried. They've still got a decent distance in points wise between themselves and Fake, but they need to keep that distance, not let Fake catch up. There we go. Good counter hold up by Gela Arthur, not letting that Fake player get the dash. Fire now has the momentum once again. Only 50 points left before they win. 250 versus 184 for Fake. Good counter hold by the fake
Looks like-
player, stopping Arthur from getting the
Yeah.
dash.
It looks like he actually missed the button there for a second, or someone was holding. That was
A
unfortunate.
lot of top rail riding by these fake players too, trying to get above the button before smashing down onto it. What is this positioning by Gadget Man? Very sneaky, way back in the corner. He's taken out by 505. Fake finally breaking that 200 mark. Fire is still 60 points ahead though, but they need to get control of this button. This might wind up being pretty close if Fake is able to keep this clutch factor in line.
And they've been doing it. It's only down to a 50 from that 80-point margin earlier.
Yeah, it was a crazy distance at one point. They've been steadily decreasing this.
But
Again, I just hope it's not too little too late. Dexter grabs Fire's dash, tries to go for some rail disruption, but meanwhile Fire has been keeping control of the button. And now he gets taken out.
control. 15 seconds, or 25 seconds left.
Alright, only 20 seconds left. Fake gets control of the button. Now it's back and forth. Fake has solid control. They need to keep control of this button for the entire rest of the match, or Fire will win this. It seems like they know it. Fire got another
Countdown's
5
going
seconds.
to Fire right now. Fake not
Yeah.
able to get the button.
Still counting down.
11 seconds.
There we go. Fake gets it.
Fake starting the button holds.
They've
Probably
really
the
got to
last
time their
resort.
holds on the button. They can't let Fire get any seconds here, and especially not get these dashes that they're getting whenever they hit the button. Good
4,
kill by
3
Noble. There's still
seconds.
fake players left.
Gotta hold
Only
that
3
button.
seconds.
Don't
Fake
yeah,
has to hold it.
don't leave
They
that button.
can't not hold
2,
it.
1. One more push.
1 second left.
Half a second, half a push here.
They're just
Hold that
holding
button. Fire takes
There we
it.
go. Fire wins.
Oh man.
Whew. That
I
comeback
honestly
by
thought
Fake
the-
was pretty
yeah,
good.
Fake could have gotten back, but unfortunately Fire just kept up their aggression the entire time, kept up that focus and
Yeah.
kept that lead.
They kept the lead. Taxi with 14,500 points.
That's insane. Man,
Shoo.
imagine how many buttons. His arm must be hurting from how many buttons he was
Yeah.
pushing.
Exactly. And then over on Fire, we've got Gel Arthur with 9,300 points. Top scoring for his team.
He got a lot of points actually for the top 3 of Fire, showing just how many buttons they pushed as a team, as a unit.
Yeah. That was exciting to watch.
It was. But congratulations to Fire for taking it. You guys put up a great performance there, and Fake, that effort in the stadium and that dominance on that payload was incredible showing by both teams. So
That was great to see. All right. Looks like both teams are going to call it at this point. I've been Not Gollum.
I've been Kastle. Thanks for stopping by, guys.